Oh no, I've never run out of chat. I've got ADHD. Honestly, I've hardly talked this week, so like now it's like Thursday night is Thursday night is my talking
I
night.
have that.
Yeah,
Crazy. It's like if I'm in work for too long where I'm just sat there not talking to anyone, when I come home I have a random weird burst of energy. I'll be like when I get home.
We had 2 minutes silence at work today for VE Day. Who made 1 minute silence into 2 minutes silence? That's a lifetime. If you've got ADHD, 2 minutes is so long.
That's a long time.
When I was in work one time, I went into the back room, and when I came out, I didn't know there was a 2 minute silence. And when I came out, I was just happily doing my job. Everything was silent. Everyone stopped. And I was like, have I just gone to like a glitch in the Matrix? I come out the door. Everyone's like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, what? I looked at the time and it was 11 o'clock and I was like, okay, I understand.
Yeah. What's up, party people?
Why is everyone standing still? What the hell? It was so weird.
Stop being boring, everyone.
It was good. Funny.
2 minutes though, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
It is.
And we were like in the middle of a sentence as well, and everyone, you could tell everyone was just, because we were having a creative brainstorm, and you could tell everyone was like ready to jump in with their ideas. That's my job, coming up with ideas. It's weird.
It's
you don't even know
fun.
you don't know about me, do you? So it's like my job. I come up with ideas for stuff.
No, you're a creative guy, like everyone on this podcast, I guess, right?
Well,
definitely not the creative.
Sangeet, we're drip feeding Sangeeta. Sangeeta's on a creative drip at the moment, getting more and more creative every time. I think we're about episode 40.
Yes, we are.
We've done 40 episodes. That's
crazy.
mad.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
40 really different like creative people from around Essex.
Yeah.
And we're not even scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Who knew Essex had so much creativeness?
Honestly.
Everyone from Essex, basically, because we're absolute legends.
We are.
Yeah, but it's not what people say, is it? On the outside, they don't know what Essex is like at heart. Big up Essex.
I know, throw up your swords. Come on. Three, 2, 1.
Welcome to Are You Creative? Podcast by Nick Hearn and Sangeeta Mitchell. I told you.
It's not an audio book.
Do you want it with the beatbox?
Yeah, go on, do the beatbox.
Welcome to Are You Creative? We are in the studio.
What studio?
Adam
Lorca. Media.
Didn't even let me finish.
We're at Lorca Media Studio again.
He's always got a cut in.
Hey, Sangeeta, what's Are You Creative all about?
It's about creatives in Essex.
Yeah. Because why? Because Essex is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? We've got another creative here, Kaelyn.
Hello, nice to be here on the Are You Creative podcast.
Can we just check your Essex credentials, please? Show me your passport.
Low key, I'm not born in Essex.
You're not born in Essex. Where are you from? You're not from north of the border, are you? Suffolk.
I'm from Enfield, North London.
Yeah, that's right. Up the A10, round the M25, up the A12. Yeah, we're all right. We're sorted. But you live in Essex now, right?
I've lived in Essex for like 15 years, so yeah, and I'm 20, so pretty much my life. Yeah,
well, that's good. Yeah, wicked, sick. I like Enfield as well. That's good. So we've got a brilliant Essex creative because it is for people from Essex or living in Essex. You feel like identify with Essex. You were throwing up your swords earlier.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say I'm from Essex. I never say, but I was born in North London. I never say that. Yeah. I'm always like Essex throughout. Like I'm always like, hi guys, I'm from Essex. No, I'm not. I don't say that.
You know what? Like some people, like they'll be from London or Essex, depending on what it suits them. It's like people from Romford. They're like, yeah, I'm from London, mate. And then they'll be like, yeah, I'm from Essex. When they want a bit of a cheeky swagger, I'm from Essex, mate. Yeah, all right.
Everywhere knows Essex now. To be fair, though, like usually when you go on holiday, people used to say like, I'm from near London, but Essex has made a name for himself. If you say, I don't know if it's always a good name.
Yeah, I'm from East London.
Yeah, that's what it is. You might as well be at South End if you say that. East.
Love it.
And how do you say your surname?
Kaelyn Spike.
Spike. I thought it's like Spiky because it's got 2 E's, right? Kaelyn
No,
Spike.
it doesn't.
Doesn't
that used to be my old Instagram name, but not anymore. It's retired.
Such a sick name. Sound like a movie star.
Right?
It's like Johnny Cage or something like that. It's so cool. Kaelyn Spike. Are you creative?
I'm pretty creative, I'd say so, yeah. Out of 10, maybe 9.
That is supreme creative confidence.
That is.
Sangeeta, where are you? You're at like, what are you, 5 at the moment?
I would say knowledge-wise, probably 5.
Yeah, so we got a 9.
What would you consider yourself?
Probably 1,000, but
Wow.
I've got the receipts to prove it.
That's fine. I believe you, actually. I believe you.
I'll show you my awards list later.
That's fine.
It's long.
Long.
Yeah, exactly. Your finger will get tired scrolling through.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
And also, so humble.
I was going to say, most humble creative there is.
There's no humble creative. Sangeeta, now, I don't really know what Kaelyn does that much either. I've got quite a good idea.
Okay.
But do you want to do a little bit of guessing?
You heard a little hint, didn't you?
I did. So I'm going to go with some sort of presenting.
Is that personality based?
It was conversation.
I know,
and you've got an amazing kind of tone and relationship.
Such a vibes master, right?
Yeah, with the mic and stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to go with some sort of hosting. Not sure if it's podcast or radio.
Yeah. Well, we're pretty close because Kaelyn does do a radio show, but also you're sort of doing audio documentaries.
Yeah, well, I did my first one a little while ago. It was actually for like a university course, and I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would because I did it about the Chelmsford skate scene.
Oh,
Big up the Chelmsford skate scene.
Exactly. Because I used to be, mate, I'm not retired. I mean, I am a skateboarder. And when I did it about the Chelmsford skate scene, it made me love it so much more because not only was it just super fun and I was like laughing my way through it, I actually organised a day for everyone to go down the skate park and record some stuff, which doesn't happen anymore because everyone's apparently retired from skateboarding and is too busy with their lives to skateboard. But I think after a few people have listened to the documentary as well, everyone's been like, we should go down to the skate park because they're like, I really want to go do it.
And you're even talking about quite young people who retired from skateboarding, right? It's like the 20-year-olds have retired from skateboarding now.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty sad to be. Like you go down, like nowadays, like it's pretty empty. But back in the day, I'm literally 2 years ago.
Back in the day, come on, you're only 20.
2 years ago, it was packed. I'm sure it'll be packed again soon, but everyone's pretty busy finding their way, doing stuff at the moment. But we'll find time for it again soon.
Back in the day at the skate park, right? Like 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
When I was 18.
What I love about the skate park, skateboarding is the most super creative thing, and all the creative freaks and interesting people all congregate in this place. But you get this little ecosystem where these little friend groups happen. Because I'm an old man now. I'm an old man skater. I'm in the Teabaggers and old man skate crew.
Teabaggers is pretty old.
Yeah, Teabaggers is come on, it's named after cups of tea. Of course it's old. And then I'm an old man skate crew in Holland as well. And I see the gangs coming and going. There's new gangs happening.
Of course,
your gangs moved on.
Yeah, we're the oldest now. We're the oldest. Yeah. There you go.
No, you got to turn up at the skate park to be the oldest. You can't.
No, we do. I go every now and again. I have to say, and I try to get other people down there.
And you were in the Scum team, or were you in the Monster Network team or something?
Hotbox. Was I in the Monster Network team? Okay, cool. Yeah, I was.
Kaelyn's a really good skater.
Well, do you know what? I'm just really impressed by the fact that you skate, and obviously you're a female, because that's not what we
exactly.
We do not see
I
that.
talked about that in my documentary, and I feel like obviously you guys didn't realise how maybe more difficult it is sometimes, just because like you don't feel included, and no, you do. Like I was included, and some of these guys are my best mates now. They were my best mates then. I had such a sick time skateboarding, but there were times where it kind of made me feel like I wasn't properly included. And something that I touched on the documentary, which you haven't heard, but it's about basically had this massive group chat. Everyone was like, oh, when's everyone coming out? Or they'd send funny clips. They did all their skateboarding clips. And this group chat was made ages ago when I kind of first joined skateboarding, and I was first added to this big original group chat. And then there was a new one made. It was called Central, which is the name of the
Central Park.
Yeah, Central Park, but it was called Central without girl, and I was the girl in question. And for my whole skateboarding, for the whole 3-4 years I was skateboarding, I was never in it.
There was a group. No, hang on. There was a group called Central Without Girl,
and that was me, and I was never in it, and so it felt like I was never included.
You were girl.
I was girl.
That's so rude.
Oh, man.
And these people were my best mates, and my boyfriend as well, which is crazy. But
did he show you the secret chats?
I knew the chats. At that point, I didn't care. Like, you know, it goes so far, and it's like I don't even want to be added. You know?
Were they like
my own?
Bruv,
I did.
Girl was down there. Girl was down the park.
Charlie Law made a group chat called Central with Girl, and I was like, yes.
love
that.
He only did that like 6 months ago.
Amazing.
So it's kind of when it kind of died out anyway.
We love Charlie Law. He's an ally. He's an ally for Girl. He's good. That's bad because skateboarding should be really inclusive. I love it. Like Sky Brown's such a great like role model now, and there's loads. What's her name? I can't say her name. Lola Tambler.
Lola Tambler. Yeah, I've skated with her before.
Yeah, she's so cool.
She's
and
sick.
Rianne Skate as well.
Yeah, they're all sick.
And Esther Sawyers as well. Dr. Esther Sawyers, I say. It's so good. Skateboarding. I love skateboarding.
I know, yeah. I think in general it's really inclusive sport, but I think, again, as I touched on my documentary, at the end of the day, we're all 15, 16-year-olds, and as much as it might be inclusive, when you're that age, you don't care. So you just find it funny to be mean sometimes. And it is funny sometimes, but not what is happening to you.
When you're a girl.
No, I don't. I wouldn't consider
Is this
myself
a documentary
mean,
called Chelmsford Without Girl? No, Central Without Girl. What's the documentary called?
That I was going to call it that, to be fair. And so, I kept saying it. I think I joked about it, and someone said you should call it that, power move, and I was like, I don't know. My lecturer was like, you can't call it that. And
I think you can. Do you know what? In creativity, one of my things is just don't be boring, right? Because you know,
everyone's going to think, what does that mean?
I know exactly. You've got to be intriguing, and I'll be like, I want to know what this is, what Without Girl is, and it's like denouement. It turns out that Kaelyn was girl. Oh my god!
I know exactly. Pretty rough, I have to say.
Yeah, I think that's sad. So, let's talk about the documentary. What course are you doing? You're doing a uni course at the moment. Is it media studies?
No, it's only a year long. So I don't get a full qualification out of it. I get like a level 4 higher education qualification, and I study radio, audio and podcasting. And that was part of my second term.
And is this at Aru?
At what?
Aru.
Is that the uni here?
Anglia Ruskin University. No, where is it?
It's somewhere called Point Blank Music School in Hoxton in London.
Oh yeah, where's that in Hoxton?
Don't know, just
Just Hoxton. What?
I know the road if you want the road.
No, I'm just interested. I'm just interested in Point Blank. Okay.
Near Shoreditch Park.
Yeah. I went to Hackney College to do video editing and motion graphics. So that's one
Not
way
too far.
off Hoxton Street. I'm interested.
Yeah, I think I walked past it maybe.
Yeah. It's a great area.
It's nice. I love it. Full of culture and stuff and great food and everything.
So when you get your level 4, you've gone out and they're like, you've got to make an audio documentary. Is that a brief that you got
that was
given?
one of my assignments. It was like I have to include like sound elements and stuff. And I was like, what better place to do it than the Chelmsford skate park? Because the amount of times that's why I found it quite funny, because every now and again you'd hear like, or like someone going, yes, dude, or like something like, it was just quite funny.
Yes, dude.
So some of the clips, like I talked about someone having an injury, and there was like a little clip of someone called Blue Shift saying, yeah, I've still got a torn collarbone from that. And it's like, it just brings back so many memories when I was listening to it. It really it made me laugh.
So Sangeeta, do you know about field recording? Do you know what field recording is?
I would just say it's recording for research.
No, so field recording is a lot. It's a lot of people go out, and sometimes you get audio documentaries like this where people are just recording the sounds around them.
Oh wow!
So you might be on the London Underground and just recording like the sound of the wheels and the doors shutting and people interacting.
Oh, okay.
Or at a skate park, you might have like, these little sounds and stuff. And I think that's like
quite
part
a good
of it.
impression.
Yeah, you had to. So you were like creating an audio bed. Like this sort of field recording, as well as like the voiceovers, voiceover.
Thank you.
From people in the interviews and things like that. So I went into work mode then. Yeah, but I find that really interesting. Like the field recording, like can be such a strong documentary at a time anyway, because you get the feelings back from when you're recording it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it wouldn't have been the same at all without hearing all that. I think you really had to imagine yourself at that skate park, and you could, because you could hear everyone talking in the background. Like even when I was talking, you could hear people playing like a game of skate underneath or something, or someone saying, yeah, wait, rebate or something like
rebates when you get another go on your skateboard.
Okay.
Is that you're going to have to learn like
the skating language
as well. Yeah. There's so much skating language. It was actually really cool. I was in Vietnam when I was traveling, and we saw some people skateboarding outside our hotel, and I was like, I said to my boyfriend, I was like, Felix, we should go out. And he was like, I don't know. I was like, we should just go out and see if we can skate with them. And we asked them, they hardly knew any English, like as much English as I knew Spanish, maybe French even, I'm worse at French. But we asked to play with them, and we could fully play a whole game of skate with them. They had the same signs, like the rebates. They had the same game of skate flip boards, and like you'd tap your board to say it was a really good trick. It was just such a cool experience, because we communicated in skateboarding.
Communicated. And did you win?
That's phenomenal.
Oh, they were gassed at me because they'd never seen really like a girl skater maybe where they were. They were like, oh, okay, maybe she actually can skate.
Adds to group chat.
All the way in Vietnam.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes, guys at Central. Look, I'm on the Vietnam group chat.
These guys actually like me. Come on.
So, what did you go out and what were you using to record?
Right. So Adam saw it because I did a little interview with said Adam, and it's a little Zoom handheld recorder.
Absolutely classic.
I had to put a little wind muff on it as well because it's really windy and really everything there.
So Sangeeta, this is like a microphone recorder all in one. It's got a hard disk on it and it's got 2 little microphones, so you can take it out. It's really easy to take out and around. It does like stereo recording, I think. It's got 2 mics on it, hasn't it? So it was really good. Like if you're capturing those sounds that are going on around you.
It's got like mics either side and you can kind of change the direction that they go in. You can
put
like
little antenna. Beep, beep, beep,
little
beep.
like filters on so it doesn't get too much of the wind coming in.
Yeah.
So I did that for all the field recordings, and then I plugged in a mic as well and attached my headphones for when I did interviews of people there as well. So I looked really weird, and I don't think anyone saw me looking that techie ever.
Yeah.
Like just walking at the skate park with all my friends, I was like, I think a lot of them got too nervous. Like some of them just, I started talking to one of them just how I did normally as an interview, and it was like, oh, I can't do it. And I was like, what do you mean? Like,
it's quite freaky for people when you have like a shift in your expectation of what someone normally is, and then suddenly they're in professional mode. And especially if you've got headphones on.
It was a pretty chill conversation, but I just think sometimes being in front of a camera or being in front of a microphone, people can just completely flip out if they're not used to it at all. There are a lot of people who do. You can just freeze because you don't know what to say, and all of a sudden you're talking to someone normally, and as soon as they click record, it's like just goes away.
Did anyone surprise you and like go super deep or anything, like, you know, like some joker, and then suddenly they're like philosophizing about skateboarding or anything like that?
I kind of wanted. There was one person called Frankie who I talked to for quite a while, and I kind of the questions I'd asked, I made him go deep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I kind of poked around. I was like, so were there any hierarchies?
I've been hearing about this girl. Who is girl?
Exactly. Tell me who she is. Do you feel bad for her? You should. You know? God.
Yeah, please cry for girl for me. I want to hear it.
No, yeah, he went into some nice details about it. It was funny talking to him about it. Afterwards, we were like, well, that was actually a really reflective conversation. We were like,
do you think was it a bit therapeutic? Do you think?
Yeah, actually. So I think when I was doing it, it wasn't just like the group chat and things. There were other things during the whole era of skateboarding that really made. Obviously, I'm saying most of the time it was really very highs, but there was a lot of like sometimes quite a few lows as well because of sometimes the way I felt like I got treated a little bit differently. And so during the audio documentary, when I'd almost finished it, I was talking to my mum about it and talking to my boyfriend about it. And I started crying. It was really weird. But I was like, I don't know, it bring me tears and joy as well. But yeah, no, it actually made me feel quite emotional. I think putting it out has kind of been like, I've just finally said what I want to say, you know?
Did anyone like listen to it and come back and say, oh, I'm really sorry, we were like really mean to you?
Well, most people haven't listened to it fully. I'm waiting to put a video edit together with Stanley. But when Stanley Whitaker listened to it, we had a nice chat in the pub and we were talking about it all. Because he wasn't so sure about the whole, I don't know how much of the hierarchies thing you should say. And I was like,
you got to tell your story.
I've got to tell my story, mate.
Right.
I got to tell it. And
make it yours.
Yeah, I think then he kind of realised and he was like, yeah, I know, we were pretty
so basically he was trying to edit it so he didn't come across badly. He was like, Kaelyn, you should just do about how inclusive and how brilliant it was.
I know. No, but I think then he thought about it and he felt really bad. And then he started talking about it more, and I'd also had quite a few drinks more of alcohol, so he was asking me about it. I was like, I don't want to talk about it, I'm going to cry. Like, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh man, but you got to tell your story. I think this is the thing about, you know, not being boring. You got to say, you know, you got to make it interesting, and making things personal is that, and finding the exciting thing about it, or what gets you. Anyone can be generic and bland. Bore off. That's what I say.
I think because I do talk about so much of the good stuff, but I do think it was maybe nice to touch into maybe what people don't know, because the whole point of it is I was sharing a story that people might not know anyway, because who actually cares about the Chelmsford skateboarders in Chelmsford, you know?
Yeah.
But everyone else, I touch on it as well, everyone else just thinks we're really annoying and loud, and we probably we were, but no one actually looks into maybe the insides of it and stuff. And obviously, as you've said, there were so many creatives now who've made it really far. And done really well because they've met so many like-minded people like yourself who've been able to help them along the way. And so although we were a bit annoying and stuff, we've really had some good things flourish.
I think it's funny though to have that little document at a time, and it is like a little wildlife documentary, really, if you think about just about humans. And actually, you're probably all like really self-centered. No, this sounds bad. You're all self-centered. You think like, oh, this is microcosm, and everyone's looking at us and stuff. Probably not at all. It's just probably people go past, there's some skateboarders.
Yeah,
but you've got this whole mad dynamic going on, this whole drama.
No, so true, to be fair. But I think, we'd had a few, there was a few times where some people got involved in security, and at the times we probably thought like, oh, look at us, we were getting involved with security. But so what? They're probably just, go away.
Yeah, you're just like fleas to them.
I just want to go home. Now we know, I just want to clock out my shift at the end of the day. You're just here,
look at these guys popping their wheelie grinds all over the place. I just want to go home.
I know.
I'll be honest, I've always felt intimidated by skaters. It's only as I've got to know skaters in the last, 3-4 years, I'm like, oh, you're actually quite decent people. But when I see you guys, I know that was my ism, sorry, but I'm over it now.
You're skatist.
Well, I was, but I'm no longer
it, though,
that.
to be fair. I think we were the type of people, not me maybe specifically, but there were definitely a few people that would scream something like, I don't know, just, am I allowed to swear on here?
Yes.
Okay.
You're an adult, you can.
You can do
I'm
whatever
so
you
used
want.
to radio that I've got to completely phase it out.
I try and keep it clean. It's quite a nice exercise to just not swear.
True.
But you can swear if you want. I'll just cut it out later.
No. Some people probably would yell something at you and make you feel intimidated. So you know what? Probably rightly so. But again, at the same time, we were 14 to 16, and I think a lot of group of boys would probably also do the same.
They're doing the same on the football pitch or anywhere.
Yeah. Or the weird boys you see with a massive speaker vaping down the street go, what you doing?
See, now that wouldn't intimidate me.
Really?
Yeah, the boy with the vape with his boombox.
Where are we?
I'll be like, where are we? Yeah, I'll be like, I'm looking at you. I don't know. It's not labelled. Tell me what you're called. I'll be straight in it. But the skaters, hell no.
What, the skateboard?
Is it because they're too fast?
I don't know. I just avoid the skate parks. But like I said, I'm really now getting more interested because I'd love to bring a skate jam. I've been speaking about it for the last couple of years. And actually, the funders or people that are interested, they want female skaters. So, this is amazing.
Why, Sangeeta, why don't you start?
Yeah, we're going to now.
No, why don't you start?
What, skating?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
I could train you up, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Listen, I'm a granny. I've gone this side of the century.
Listen, hey,
I'm good.
Yeah. You know what? There's much older skaters than you.
What, can learn? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a really cool Japanese granddad guy he's got his own deck. He has. He's got his own deck out. It's amazing.
Do you know what? I'll definitely come and watch you.
You should do. And watch
for a few months.
What's really funny, skateboarding, I was saying, the first time I went to Central Park, I felt really nervous. Especially I felt quite exposed about being older, and that I hadn't skated for about 10 years, and getting back on, I felt really wobbly and stuff. It's amazing. You mentioned Blue Shift earlier. I think
guy?
Within about 1 minute, he'd come over and talk to me, and it's if he'd come to me in the street, I would have thought, oh my God, I'm going to get mugged or something. But at the skate park, and it's oh, what's your name? And then I met all these other people. And the mad thing is you end up with friends from about 8 years old to, 50 or even older. There was a guy down with us the other day that's about 60. I think he might even be older, he's retired. Amazing guy called Nathan. And, you just meet all these people from different economic backgrounds, different races, different ages. And everyone's got one thing in common, and it's just skateboarding and enjoying it. And it often is the outsiders, the people that don't fit in with the soccer lads or the trendies or anything like that. And suddenly you find out, oh, this person's got a band. This person takes documentary photos. This person does that. This person owns a sticker Monster Network-y thing. You know, like this person's making audio documentaries. And it's just fascinating because actually skateboarding is 9/10 of your time is just chatting.
Oh,
You know, like, and hanging out.
Oh, I can do that.
It's such a good leveler, though.
Wow.
Like, honestly, everyone will be stood there, and it's really weird. Like, you know, there's a kid down there, like Rat Kid, who's probably like 18,
You've
right?
got to get used to all the nicknames as well.
Yeah.
Blue Shift and Rat Kid, all just nicknames.
But anyway, this kid Rat Kid is like probably about 18. Just comes down, you know, just come over and chat to us. Like, where would you go and like talk to a 48-year-old man if you were 18?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it not be weird.
Yeah.
Not get arrested.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be the one that was getting arrested.
Exactly.
But,
You really do have like friends of all kinds though. Like from like 11-year-old, we used to like, it was really weird because I think I was like 17, 18 at the time, drove him to another skate park, just an 11-year-old, his nephew in my car. Like it was just like weird.
did you have to get signed off by the parents and stuff?
No, I didn't need to get a waiver or anything. Thank God for that. But yeah, it was, and as you were saying, like the amount of creative people there, like for my radio station, I've had one guy, Blake, who's created like all these graphics for my show, and another guy, Stanley. I thought you pointed at yourself there.
No, Blake. I'm giving Blake the seal of approval. But you lot have moved on. Blake's now the king of the skate park. He's the best skater there.
He is, yeah, definitely. I love Blake.
He's so good, and I love seeing his graphic design journey, his photo journey. He's putting together like skate scenes. This guy's like pure creative, and
Maybe we
he's
should get
brilliant.
him on the podcast
It's his
next.
time. I choose who comes on the podcast. Have him on your radio show. Don't you tell me who to have on the podcast.
Can we talk about your radio show?
Yeah, whatever, Blake.
I don't even want you on here.
If you're listening.
We can talk about my radio show. It's way more music focused. It's a
Okay.
music show.
Okay.
So pretty eclectic, if I do say so myself. But
Eclectic is a...
eclectic.
I've got to say, Kaelyn's here. She's got an 808 state tattoo, which I'm very impressed with. So yeah, do you play 808 state on there?
I have done, yes,
Yeah,
a few
nice.
times. I've also seen them live, so that's
Amazing.
pretty crazy, yeah. They played the saxophone to like that most amazing song live.
And
And I was like stood at the front like, oh my God, playing live drums, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I was getting 808 state confused with alternate earlier on. That's who I was talking about. Who got sampled, but I love 808 state
I
as
like
well.
alternate as well, so I listen to that, yeah.
Alternate are amazing.
Yeah.
Evaporate. They're both all eights.
They're all
They're
eight.
all eights.
Must be
They're
some
all
sort of
eights.
weird number.
So I find like you know, we've got quite a lot of Gen Z people at the moment, especially at work as well. They're really into like 90s music. And is there
Yeah.
like, is that a big resurgence for that? Do you play a lot of 90s music?
Yeah, I do play a lot of 90s music. I'd say that's probably the majority of what I play. You're right. People who skate are obsessed with that. Maybe like the whole hip hop stuff, and then you've got
Yeah.
like Oasis as well. But yeah, I was really into hip hop when I skated. But there's a few new music bits that I like as well, including some dance music that's coming around
Yeah.
as well.
Is there anything from Essex?
The Prodigy, I guess.
Yeah.
always
this-
good enough.
Hey kids, there's this new band called The Prodigy that you've got to check out.
Hey, never heard of them before. Keith went to my school, so
Yeah?
it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Nice,
Might have
big
sat
up,
in the same
Keith.
seat as him.
R.I.P. Oh,
which
what a
is pretty
shame.
sick. It's pretty sick though that they went to. They're literally from Essex.
I saw the Prodigy. I saw the Prodigy. I can't say it. I saw the Prodigy at Colchester Hippodrome in 1990.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing! It was so
Yeah.
exciting. It was on the Experience tour.
I bet that
When the
that
first
was so
album
sick.
came
Yeah,
out.
my dad's seen them a couple of times. It was like on the front page of Glastonbury. Go like, oh,
It's so mad. I love like Essex, like, the fact that we had the Prodigy from Essex, and then in Chelmsford we've got Square Pusher as well. It's such a wicked like dance music innovator.
yeah. That's yeah. I recognise them. What I know their name. What
Square
songs
Pusher.
do they do?
It's one man and his bass and his squelchy noises, but you probably won't know the names of any of the
Could you
songs.
beatbox it? Could you beatbox it?
I could probably tap along to the whole of DJ Food's Scratch Your Head Square Pusher remix because it's my favourite song ever, but it's about 10 minutes long and the drums never
Wow.
loop. It's like it's jazz. It's kind of like
Incorporated,
jazz jungle. It's quite
One of my
mad.
favourite types of music, so it's fine.
But he's one of the best bass players in the world. He's so amazing.
Sick.
Boom, doo, 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 doo. Let's square push. Let's scratch your head, but square push. I'd like him to come on the podcast one day. His brother's CFAX Acid crew as well. So they were both like signed to Warp Records and they're just amazing.
Yeah.
Essex.
Let's just hope they come on then one day.
You know, we've had Depeche Mode as well. They're pretty good, aren't they? They did all right. You might have heard of them.
No,
might have heard about the Blurs or the Gorillas.
Yes, yes, heard of them, of course.
There's a lot of Dr. Feelgood. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Yeah.
We've got
The
some
Horrors.
talent.
The Horrors, they were good.
I don't know the Horrors.
They're from Southend. Yeah, they were.
What are you looking at me for?
So, you know, you could do a whole radio show just with Essex music.
Maybe I could actually. Maybe that's something I could look into. Maybe if there's like a National Essex Day or something. I did.
No,
sometimes
National Essex Day. Every day is National Essex Day.
It is when you're part of Chelmsford Community Radio, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you're on Chelmsford Community Radio.
Oh, that was going to be one of my questions. Where are you? So Chelmsford
Community Radio 104.4 FM.
I get a feeling that your show, I think I've tuned in a couple of times, but it's mostly chat, isn't it?
I don't know. It's like, it is mostly music. I don't really have any bits where I'm talking over dead air. It's always music, and then I'll talk a bit about the music. But you are right. I do love a good chat. I used to have a drive time show, so that was a bit more chatty.
I think that's what I heard.
More like relatable. I used to talk with someone. But yeah, now I do more music based, and I think I really enjoy it more because I love music. So,
what's your dream? You know, are you eyeing up BBC Essex?
Maybe I already have a few things up my sleeve. You never know.
Do you know? I have two friends that came through BBC Essex. One of them, Gary, is now the producer of the One Show, and the other one, Tom Bateman, he is the White House correspondent for the BBC.
Wow,
he's a big deal.
Sounds like a big deal.
And they both came up through doing media studies, radio, through BBC Essex.
You never
and
know.
then on to other things. You never know where it's going to lead. Yeah, so, you know, let's get you on BBC. I think you should do.
I've been on BBC Essex 2 or 3 times to talk politics, which is pretty different.
What, skate park politics?
No.
You're like, bruv, you won't believe what's going on in Central.
Mate, you got to check out this. They have a whole group chat about a girl. That's not on. No, but yeah, they wanted like a young voice to talk about the election and the budget and stuff like that. So I actually did that because... You know what? I'm into everything.
But you were on BBC Upload as well with Rob Jelly. No, it wasn't. The Jellycopter wasn't there that time. But yeah,
covering. That was cool. That was for my audio documentary. It got uploaded, and at first they played it and broadcasted it a couple of times, and then I came into BBC Essex and sat with them, had a chat with him, and that was really nice. It was really like nice, relaxed chat because like, the last few times I've been on there talk about more politics stuff, it was more like really rushy. Like I was in this panel room with 3 other people, and it was really quick, and they were like, so what? I was like, I think about this. I just didn't. It was kind of a bit more stressful, but that one felt really relaxed.
I go on there quite a lot, and I don't think they realise that I'm the same person when they were like talking to me about different things because I do loads of silly things, and it's one of those things. You're talking to a DJ, and they go, and then like just fiddling with things, and you're like, you're not listening to me. It's so weird. It's such a weird vibe, and they're just queuing up the next song.
But I do get it though. To be fair, it's sometimes really difficult. Like if I have a guest in on my radio show, if I'm talking to someone, like I will be really engaged, and then I'm like, okay, the next track's coming up, and like, they'll be in the middle of a sentence, but you have to cut them out because we're about to go live.
Okay,
that's right. By the way, I'm
here's
going
Dancing
live.
in the Moonlight by Top Loader.
I know. Or like I'm about to start talking to them, and I just want to talk to them, and then I'm like, sorry, I'm just gonna have to cut. So how? And then I actually start talking to them. It's kind of weird. I feel really bad cutting people off all the time.
I'm so sorry that happened to you at the skate park. Here's Axe Left by Crazy Frog.
I know, literally. I've done something like that before, and it's like I think I've put on a song like, it was when I was doing my drive time show, and I used to have to do traffic. Yeah. So I used to have to read the traffic roads out, and I was all right, but there was one time I got my tongue really tied up, and I just was like, mate, I just give up, and I just clicked the next song, and it was like I'm blue, and I was like, it wasn't that song because I hate that song, but it was something like that. It was like some really funny, corny, like song that something like I think it was like Soldier Boy, and it was like I'd just done with the travel, and I clicked it, and it was like you, and I was like no.
Yeah. So like, major pile up today at Army and Navy. Here's Superman that hoe.
No, but I didn't even introduce it. I was that done with the traffic and travel that I would just hit the button. It went you, Soldier, and I was like, oh god, I completely forgot I queued that song.
You've done these traffic shows and all these bits, and you're only 20. How did you get into all of that so young?
I actually did work experience for the first time during A-levels. because I did music production during A levels and GCSE, and I wanted to do like a production studio, and wanted that to be my work experience, but one said no and one didn't get back to me. So I was like, okay, well, I've got to do something else. And I got in touch with a radio station. I did like a little week work experience there, interviewed someone for a Hotbox for my experience, put together a little pre-recorded show, and I really liked it. And so I carried it on and applied to really do it later on in the year.
So that was at Chelmsford Community. This is amazing because actually work experience, normally just people just take it as a thing to doss off school for a few weeks. But yours has actually led to something, which is amazing.
Which is really weird. But yeah, it was clearly very helpful.
How did you pick it? Like, because when I was at school and I did work experience, they could turn up and they'd be like, anyone want to work here? And everyone's like, I'll work at Dixon's. Like
I
this.
had a little look about it, to be fair. But they do also come in regularly, Chelmsford Community Radio, to Boswell's and like other schools, and do like a little come join us, come check us out, or because they want young people doing it and things to do things like I'm doing, I'm guessing. Because it is full of a few old people at this point, which is fine.
Chelmsford Community Radio.
No,
hey,
all the people there are so great, but I understand they want like fresh new voices as well.
Your next audio documentary's got to be about the beef between CCR and City Sound.
Mate, don't even. I should actually go in on that. I should. And it'd be this whole kind of murder mystery thing.
I love that. It's like West Side Story, isn't it? It's like there's two radio stations. This town ain't big enough for the both of them.
No, it's really not. It's really not big enough for the both of them at all.
City Sound haven't tried to tempt you away.
No, they haven't. No, they have at this one. Right, let's start again. But they didn't tempt me enough, I guess. They tried to tempt me a little bit, me and my co-host, because we did start training with Paul Dupree, so it was kind of like, you can come if you want.
Paul Dupree, sorry listeners, because I will go a bit Chelmsford to focus. Paul Dupree's like the John Peel of Chelmsford. He's like runs an indie show. He has like all the up and coming bands coming on. He does so much good work for the music community.
Yeah, not a bad word to say about the guy though. Honestly, he's really lovely as well. And we first started our first bit of, because we didn't get a radio show straight away. We had like a little segment that me and my co-host would be in Paul Dupree's show, and it was like an eclectic music show.
Let's see what the youth think about this thing.
Exactly. It's like, in this segment you have Kaelyn and Lois, and I was like, that's my first little bit.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because I booked someone called Cosmo Pike who.
Oh, it's wicked.
Yeah, and I booked that in like my first 3 weeks, and he was like, and because he was playing at Hotbox, and he was like, how did you get him? I was like, I just messaged him on Instagram.
Just
like, come in. At this point, I didn't even know how to work the bloody thing. I was like,
Cosmo Pike is a really good booking, but I would say just in life, you just got to ask people. If they say no, don't take it personally.
So what?
Yeah, so what? But if they say yes, and they will do a lot of the time, if you don't ask, you don't get.
That's right.
And I think that's what comes, even for like podcasting like this, like sometimes I ask people, I might ask someone to come on the podcast, and I'm like, what? They just said yes. Mad.
Honestly, I've got to be doing a podcast for my next university thing, and I'm going to ask some few of the like upcoming artists. It's going to be about like, I'm not sure about if I'm going to extend the thing or not, but it's going to be for an assignment for university, and I'm going to talk to people about their dreams, like when they sleep. Because I love talking about my dreams. I have crazy dreams all the time. And I also love talking to music artists. So I thought it'd be cool to fuse the two together and ask them something maybe they don't usually speak about. But it's really hard to get like some upcoming artists. Like I've talked to them about it before.
Yeah.
Some artists.
Who's on your hit list?
There's one artist I've contacted already, and they haven't got back to me yet.
You're not allowed to say.
They're called Lava LaRue.
Yeah, I know Lava LaRue.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, but...
Wow, so you're going pretty big.
That's what I'm saying. They're really big, so I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
You never know. I used to write for the student newspaper at my university, and I used to get in contact with anyone. And it was amazing, like the amount of people that would reply and do an interview just because...
Sometimes you just get lucky,
If you're like, I see you're playing in town... They're going to have so much dead time anyway, so they're quite happy just to like wang on about how amazing they are. Like to
everyone
a
loves talking about themselves, especially like artists. So
so sometimes it's making it super easy for people, like finding someone that's playing in Chelmsford and then like hitting them up and saying, "Can I do an interview or something?" Yeah.
And to be fair, I think he came down from London like a couple of days before the gig to do the interview because we wanted a live interview, and his gigs were at the weekend. That was Cosmo Pike, but. So yeah, he just came down. I didn't expect him to come down and everything. So yeah, got the train from London, the bus up to the station. Yeah, and then we went out for a few drinks after.
Oh, Cosmo Pike seems like such a lovely guy, and his shirt hotbox was really wicked as well.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was kind of awkward though, because I think when I was chatting to him at the pub, maybe it wasn't live, thank God. No, but he said I hope we're not playing in some sort of weird place underneath some train viaducts. And, I was like, all about that. Like, you kind of are. And I was like, but it is a really cool place. Like, you have to give it a chance. So I think he really enjoyed it.
That's true. I mean, he did multiple nights there. Did you see that, Sangeeta?
No, I didn't.
I think it's one of these, hot boxes had some legendary gigs.
They have, yeah.
And Cosmo Pike was one of the special ones I think they had there.
Wow.
That's in the Hall of Fame with Slay Dougie in the ball crawl.
Of course.
And the Fatboy Slim gig.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, bless. I've got to say, I'm so impressed. I'm not an ageist, but I'm so impressed that you're so young and your energy for the work that you want to get into. I mean, even let me just kind of tap into your music production. What was you planning to produce music, as into why you did that course, or what was that about?
Yeah, hopefully. But I have kind of I can still do it, obviously, but I think with anything, you've got to have inspiration for something.
Sure.
So when I hear like a little sample of something that I might really like, I might pinch that. Or there's been even a time I've heard something outside and I've pinched that. And just like the skateboarding thing, I think the reason why I wanted to and why it was maybe so successful is because I actually had a lot of passion to do it, and I wanted to do it. Like, there's no point doing a project just for the sake of it.
Yep.
You've got to want to do it, and you've got to have the inspirations there.
Passion's got to drive you and pull you through it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Otherwise, you'll kind of be lost and be like, well, where do I go next? Because you're just doing it just
for the sake
just
of
to
it.
do it.
So what sort of music? Are you a musician? Were you making songs or anything, or were you learning it so you could produce other people's music?
I was doing it more like electronically. I could remix and rework. I can record songs, but I don't really play any instruments. I used to play like ukulele back in like primary school.
The ukulele.
Honestly,
I always say, like, anything you do creative is not a waste, because all that's transferable skills. So anything you've learned from music production, it probably means that your audio documentaries are so much more elevated because you know how to mix and stereo space and EQing and everything else.
It's been so helpful, especially as when I've been doing the course as well. It's really like fully transcribed into working with radio production, like fully. Yeah. I understand automation. I understand like everything, all the inputs. And so like, I think literally last week we had to make some like practice radio jingles. That's another thing we have to do for our assignments.
Oh, that's a dream assignment.
Literally, it was really fun. And I just did it quickly because obviously I did music production, so it's pretty straightforward for myself. And I did it. I was, is this all right? It was just a quick test. And they were like, what? That's pretty good. And I was like, yeah, but that's only because I've done music production. I think that I've been able to do it. And also I had...
What radio station were they for?
Oh, no, it was just for one that we had to make up. It was called like, we made it was called like Smoke FM.
Smoke.
Where we wrap it up. It was meant to be some like weird rap station that
to get some trap hi-hats on it.
Literally. It was pretty funny. And I also had these like a bunch of free loops from Logic from when I produced as well. Yeah. So everyone else was like, how are you putting this together? I'm like, to be fair, I have all the loops already, and they didn't.
Come on, can you give us a little blast of it? Smoke.
Yeah, it was like it's like I had like a few people, my friend's voice, I like changed his pitch and he went Smoke FM, where we wrap it up, and then it was like wrap it up, and then we went wrap it up, fresh it.
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
That's amazing.
What did it go? Oh, yeah, it was funny.
But when you're doing that, you've got to be so creative within such a small amount of space for a little sting or a radio thing. What have you got, like 5 seconds or 6 seconds? 10
seconds. I think but realistically it's only like 6 seconds, but there's like a trail of like fade out.
So CCR going to hit you up and they're going to start wanting all these trap things?
Yeah, I think I need to start making them. I haven't got a jingle for my own show.
What?
I know.
What's your show called?
Evening Interlude. Hit it up.
Evening Interlude.
It's Evening Interlude. What are you doing listening? Yeah.
Maybe I should get you to do it.
I do. I love doing gang vocals when I record my songs because you get to do. you want to have loads of different varied voices.
Exactly.
I love putting the mic on and just doing like as many different voices I can, then layering them up. It sounds wicked.
Yeah, that's what I did with the other one, or of like transposing my pitch and things like that, just because otherwise you don't want to hear the same like voice the whole time.
And then when you mix them in the stereo space as well, and you've got like all your different voices, it's honestly, Sangiri, it's so fun.
Oh, honestly,
I love mucking around doing
to it
sounds.
and I'm having fun. This is amazing.
Gang vocals. Yeah, we talked to Lily Meth about the gang vocals before. You weren't there. That was Adele. But you know, like when you've
had Adele on? No, I'm joking.
I've had Adele on a lot of times. Yeah, Adele's our co-host when Sagita's not here.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not that Adele.
I know, but that's what I meant at first, but obviously not. Yeah, no.
What do you mean, obviously not? What are you trying to
No,
say?
you never know. You never know. You could have had Adele on. You never know.
We have had Adele on, the best Adele, Adele Barker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the face of Sky TV,
Wow.
Trans Day of Visibility and Pride and stuff. I didn't know what I wanted to do creatively till I was like 27, right? And I feel like I've wasted a lot of time and just being an idiot. And I'm really impressed that you've sort of had this singular focus that, you know, like I'm into audio, I'm into production, I'm into radio. What gave you that spark?
I think it all stemmed from like loving music. And I think even as a kid, like I'd listen to audiobooks to go to sleep. I still do. I was listening to Alice in Wonderland to go to sleep.
Oh,
Nice.
gosh, you're amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think obviously podcasting has blown up, and I think that's such a cool avenue as well. But yeah, just being creative in general. Like I was such a making things kind of gal even when I was younger. Like I'd make things out of cardboard, make dens. Like I just would make everything I could. And I think when you create something and then you have an end goal, like an audio documentary, for example, it's something you can really be proud of as well. And you have like you can listen to it and you'll be like, whoa, like I did that. Like, and sometimes you can get a little bit of imposter syndrome, like, whoa, I'm on BBC Essex. Like that's crazy. Like I think maybe
I often say to people about like, you know, it's about minimum viable product, and it's like, what's the best thing you can do with the resources you've got? And I think that's amazing that you can take a Zoom recorder to the skate park with headphones and a mic and make a whole audio documentary, because you don't need the big studio, you don't need a crew following you with the badger on the stick, you know, like the big audio booms and things like that. You've gone and done it yourself, and it's pretty much the same as they would do on BBC Essex if they went out and did an interview in the field.
Well, I think you'd actually be surprised about how little equipment people actually use. One of my lecturer works with BBC Sounds. He's worked with the BBC for like years and years. He does works with Circle. Yeah, he goes all over the world, which is awesome. His job is to pretty much now do audio documentaries and podcasts with a recorder and travel the world. Like, how sick is that?
And that's the dream. And he's just got quite a small recorder and a mic.
Yeah, he pretty much does what I do. And sometimes even smaller. Like, I think he was in Mexico City most recently, and he was in this like crazy market where they sold potions and gave animal sacrifices, and so he had to be really secretive because some sort of mafia around the area, so they weren't allowed to record. And he had these like little earpiece secret spy recorders in, and that's how he recorded the documentary. And he uses like a similar thing to me. He has no like person with sound. He uses like a mic, a handheld recorder, puts the handheld recorder in his bag and just does people like that, and that goes on BBC Sounds.
Amazing.
So you'd actually be surprised of how little it is.
I think sometimes as well, like the spontaneity of like you're not having the not having a big crew around and things makes people relax, and they'll be a lot more comfortable with you. And being able to just switch it on straight away and go, rather than making someone wait for an hour or something while you set up.
Yeah, it's so impractical going with all this like big crew. And imagine if I did that to the skate park, no one would speak to me.
No, little runoff.
People had trouble speaking to me anyway, and it was only me with a little recorder.
That's so
if I came with a massive crew, everyone would be like, oh, I'm not doing that.
Look at Kaelyn. She thinks she's like Louis Theroux or something, going down here with a big crew.
Exactly. They're thinking, who is she? Like,
this is going to end up in court.
I know. This is why she's not in the group chat. Literally.
Yeah, what a way to enter the chat.
Exactly.
Bust in there with like 5 people and I agree while in the chat.
Exactly.
I think we should go deeper in this. You know, it's interesting though, because, you know, like a lot of things do start off as like these little audio documentaries that you can sell it as a proof of concept. They turn cameras on, you get some funding, make it bigger. And And, but I'm not saying that you're going to make a feature film out of like Central Park group
We
chat.
are going to do a little
know.
video edit though. As I said, Stanley's at the moment we're in the process of editing a video together of some old footage of people skating back in the day. Sorry.
Back in the day. What's that? 4 years ago.
No, Victorian times actually.
Yeah. He's got like a penny farthing skateboard with one big wheel at the front.
Yeah, penny farthing skateboard. That'd be sick, wouldn't it? It'd be like a surfboard if you go up like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
With a horse on the front as well.
Exactly, pulling you along. No, yeah. And we're compiling like a bunch of videos and they don't exactly match up to the audio, but it's just so people can get a little visual. And I think sometimes people watch things, people enjoy to watch things like this is visualized. And nowadays people, even if it's audio, a lot of the time you'll have videos or a cartoon or something to accompany it just so people, I don't know why, maybe people aren't using their imagination enough.
No, I like audio. I like audio as a pure thing, but for reach it's difficult because people do want a little picture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like being on the train listening to audio and looking out the window.
Yeah, I went on a long drive to Newcastle recently.
Yeah.
And because there's some podcasts that I like this, which is like a chat show, and there's some podcasts that almost like a film. And it really was. It was something called like Limestown, and it had like so much sound elements into it, so much dramatic suspenses. And it was like almost like a murder mystery kind of vibe, but not really. And as we went up, all doing this whole time, we sat almost in silence, just listening to this audio like podcast that sounded like a film. And it felt really weird because we were driving and I thought, how am I driving? And it feels like I'm like watching a film.
It's
because
amazing.
you're using your imagination, you can hear it.
Amazing.
And it feels like you're watching something, but you're driving. So that can't be allowed, surely, but it is.
If you you can't you got to be go and have an ADHD check test. But this is what I love about, if you listen to John Ronson's audio documentaries like How Things Fell Apart or The Butterfly Effect, Tortoise Media do really great ones with like Sweet Bobby and things like that. They just bring it to life, just with these little snippets of audio, and it puts you in the place, doesn't it?
Yeah, that can
and it's
really
like
make you
world
imagine
building.
it.
Yeah, exactly. It is amazing. Yeah, I have to be careful driving because I'll be
Like thinking about it.
yeah. Oh my god, it's amazing. So, did you ever listen to any audio documentaries or podcasts or anything?
Apart from ours, no. I don't.
I mean, you've listened to the best.
I'll be honest. I'm a visual person.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Yeah, I like visual kind of stuff. However, when I've heard ours, audio-wise, I've been really hooked on some of our interviews and I've kind of played them again and again in my car or even at home. It is something I'm sure that is brilliant out there, but for me, I'm more of a visual. Yeah, I like
a lot of people are, and I think that's why it's probably good that
see.
we're visualizing a lot more things nowadays, just because, again, it reaches more people because more people are interested in because people don't have imagination. It's all those damn phones or something like that.
Well, I think that's really interesting because, you've got this fragmentation of media where, YouTube Shorts and TikTok is just like nibbling away with brain rot for like people's attention with these short things. But then a lot of people are just going, other people are going over to long form and it's like quite happy to sit there for 3 hours listening to Joe Rogan.
Oh no, and that's the weirdest thing because the people who are mostly now engaging with podcasts are younger people.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the podcasts are longer, and I think maybe it's just because they're more niche, so people can find their actual interest and what they're interested in too. Because that's the whole thing of podcasts. They're longer, and people actually want to listen to them. Radio is something that you can more kind of listen to in the background. It's still, you can still put on your favourite show and listen to your favourite music, but it's more of a background thing. And when you listen to a podcast, you've really chosen to put that podcast on and listen to it.
You're locked in, aren't you?
Yeah, you fully are.
I mean, I love it. If I'm doing like Photoshop or design or something like that, I love getting a long podcast on or like an audiobook and just get locked in, zoned in.
Exactly. I think
so good. It's like having blinkers.
It's kind of like switches your creative mode on even sometimes as well. You're thinking, because you're imagining whilst you're doing it. It's cool, and you don't because people don't read nowadays. Either, so.
Yes, I know. Yeah,
I like reading books as well. I like analog books, but I've had things where I've been listening to like an audio, like a podcast or something, and I'll be just waiting outside my work for 10 minutes because I want to get to the end of the section and find out what's happening or something like that.
That's what it was like on the drive to Newcastle. It was like, oh my god, we've got to listen to the next one.
Just going round and round about 28 times.
when we got to Newcastle, we were like, should we just drive back and look at it?
Yeah, got to find out what happens.
Exactly. It was good. They really did create some sort of suspense. Like, it's actually such a varied I didn't understand how varied it was till I actually started studying it. But I just thought it was like podcasts like this, like chatting, because those were the ones that I was used to listen to. But there's so much more, like audio documentaries and whole film series, documentaries, everything. It's really weird.
Wow.
I think it's like the lowest barrier to entry for any medium at the moment to be able to make an audio documentary, especially something that's really interesting and you can go deep on with, you know, not having much equipment and being really creative around it. You don't have to transport much stuff around. And I love it that it's such a
There's no rules as well.
There's no rules.
That's right.
And you can just do whatever you want and put it out. And you think like, you know, at a time when like AI is nibbling away at visuals and things like that, there's such a beauty in that handcrafted thing and the personal stories as well. That you can tell.
Definitely. I don't think AI will be... I always say like with AI and things, people are using it as a tool and that's fine, just like less time consuming, but they won't be able... I don't think they fully will ever be able to replicate human creativity.
Well, I've got
Good
news for you.
discussion.
I've got news.
Ah.
Do you know what's crazy? You can get like you can get a PowerPoint or something. You can run it through now and say present this in the way of a podcast, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, Sangeeta, have you heard about the latest thing?" And they'll literally turn it into like a conversation. It's like I thought it was going to be really rubbish, and my friend showed it to me, and I was like, "Oh, actually, that's pretty sick." But
Look, I do use it sometimes. I'm like, "Can you think of a name for a podcast?" Like, he does it for me.
yeah, the Spikecast.
Yeah, but as a tool, it's not too bad. I mean, there's editing tools that you can use that make it easier, but
Yeah,
in general, we don't like AI.
I master this on using AI mastering.
Yeah.
And actually, I find that mastering was really laborious, like doing levels and things like that and flattening stuff out. So I'm quite happy for AI just to do that and save me a few hours.
Exactly, that's fine.
The boring bit, I want to keep doing the exciting bits.
Yeah,
AI
exactly.
can do
You
the boring
enjoy
bit.
doing this, so and then you don't have to like hire anyone or do it yourself, or it is time consuming. It really is.
Yeah, AI can do all the boring stuff. Can't get an AI Sangeeta.
No,
I don't know. I might just, go try.
don't try. You don't want to.
See, look, I'll be honest. Look, I'm a dinosaur. I don't do technology. I can just about do an email and press a play button on my phone to listen to
listen to
audios.
this podcast.
Absolutely.
Have you found any like sort of like interview techniques that work really well for you, like when you're out chatting to people for your documentaries?
When I created the skating one, I just kind of kept saying to them like, I'm just having a chat with you, like don't think I'm interviewing you. And I'll try and it was really annoying because without realizing, you do sort of have like a radio voice. Without realizing, I think I sound pretty authentic. I think I do actually sound pretty authentic. I do. Do I not? Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, okay. But I started recording for someone. I was like, okay, I'm here with, and they were like, and Stanley, like he kept saying to me, do that again, say that again. Oh, stop sounding like a robot. I'm like, what do you mean a robot? Like, I wasn't even saying it. I sound like a robot, and he kept making me say it again. Like, I'm like, what?
Why were you like a
fine.
robot?
You don't need to...
You didn't go to the receive. I'm here today talking to the skate parker people.
Every time I said the exact same. I think he was just getting it in his head. It was like, stop saying it like a robot. And I'm like, maybe I have a slightly different tone. I'm not really sure.
I often find like, don't like really think about. I feel like I don't think about what I'm going to do and just start, and then it's all right.
That's what I did. And then he was like, hold on 1 second, say that again. And I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? When it interrupts your flow, I'm like. What do you mean? Like, I was like,
he's playing power games with you.
Yeah, you only make video stuff.
Girl, what you doing?
Yeah, exactly. He is. Don't get me started.
Yeah. But you find like people would loosen up like a little bit and you start chatting. You said like you had quite long chats with people and they started getting a bit deeper and stuff.
Yeah. It was nice to kind of delve into that because you don't really get the opportunity to because people kind of shoo it away unless they're like really drunk at an afters and then they start going into their life story.
Have you done any interviews with strangers or anything like that? You know, like I'm gone like Vox Pops in the street or anything.
I'd love to start doing that. I think as well with the whole dream idea, I think I'd love to start asking people what they joked about like last night or things like that. I've done like festival interviews and things like that. So to me, some of the people were strangers because I was told to interview them and I had to interview them and I didn't know who they were.
It's quite fun, like it's quite random. It's like,
I had to quickly read about what they were, like who they were, and I was like, okay, I know who they are. And then
it could be such a nice format, like just going to talk to strangers and say, "Tell me about the last amazing dream you can remember." Or,
I really want to. I do really want to start doing that.
You should do it, but fail fast, you do it a few times. If it turns out rubbish, whatever, next thing.
Exactly.
If it turns out brilliant, you're on the next Humans in New York and you're like,
Yeah, maybe I'll start a TikTok account for it.
The dream catcher.
There
Yeah.
you go. The dream. That's a good name, you know. Better than my AI
And
one.
you
I
heard
came up
it
with.
here first.
And then you're getting your AI to animate the people's dreams. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's mental. And imagine like all of like depraved madness you're going to hear.
I know. Like
From
I have
strangers.
some crazy ones. Pretty crazy. I used to keep a dream journal,
Really?
and like it would be like a whole movie in my head.
Well, this is what they say for lucid dreaming. Like if you write down your dreams and it reinforces them and you get stronger dreams. And
Really? Is that how? Oh, maybe I should write down even more.
yeah,
then.
you know, like lucid dreaming. Like they say, like you can train yourself to then when you're in your dream, you can take control of your dreams and then play it like a film.
I
and stuff.
can sort of. If I'm in my dream, I almost always know it's a dream because I could just be like, all right,
Yeah.
if I'm getting chased, girl, fly. And then I'm like, I can't fly. Like, what are you on about? I'm like, you're in a dream, you can fly. And I do it. I do it.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things that I do.
you're
That's why I love
amazing.
that's why I love dreaming. Any fun dreams?
Funny enough, I did have one yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
go
But it
on.
wasn't fun. It was my ex-boss. And she was nice, don't get me wrong. But we met each other in Italy.
Yeah, in the dream.
In the dream, we was in Italy, in Rome. And I think it's because I'd seen a video.
Yeah, with George Clooney.
No. I'd seen a video earlier of the Vatican.
Yeah.
And somebody had been there, so they were showing me this. So in my dream last night, I'm there. And then I see her and she looks at me and she goes, oh, what are you doing here? Like as if I shouldn't have been there. And then
I'm
I was
the new
like,
Pope,
yeah.
mother.
So it was so real. And then in this dream, she's like, there was a whole staff team of there, and she's like, oh, what's everybody doing here? I'm trying to get away from you lot. And I'm like, it's okay. I got you. And then I woke up and I thought, thank the Lord for that. And I was
Imagine that was
like,
true. That would be
oh,
weird.
that
wouldn't
would
it?
be
I've had a few crazy ones. Like some of my ideas that I've sold to clients, I've had like kind of like as dreams, and I wake up and I'll write them down because you're never going to remember it.
Exactly.
And I wake up in the morning and I'll be like, what is that all about? And it will take me about an hour to remember what I was on about. But that's so good. You know, it's like John Lennon said that he wrote Imagine came to him in a dream.
wow.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'd love to interview music artists about it, because I bet loads of their, even if it's music or creative work, I bet it's come to them for a dream. Or they've had like a little inspiration from it.
Yeah.
That's what I
Imagine
think.
now,
Good
because
point.
you know, Elon Musk got Neuralink coming out. You know, imagine this now. Imagine if you can like either record your dreams, or you can, or you can total recall, and you can put like a really sick dream in your head.
It's like Inside Out.
Yeah,
Be weird.
it's gonna that'd be cool. So you'd be like, but actually, people say that there's nothing more boring than other people telling you about their dreams.
No, I do find
Depends
it
what they
interesting, to be
are,
fair.
yeah.
If it's actually a really good dream, I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
And then-
As if it actually happened. But
And then you're gonna have Dreamcatcher lates where it's like just pure erotica.
yeah, there's definitely probably some of those.
There's gonna be
somewhere.
so much madness.
Then you
You're
have
gonna-
nightmares as well.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
I'm not a fan of nightmares. I had a dream. I'm not going to tell you about some crazy stuff, but I had a dream where I had a nosebleed recently, and then I woke up, blew my nose, and I had a nosebleed. And then from then, for the last 3 weeks, I've been having nosebleeds a lot, and in 1 week I had 8 nosebleeds. Oh, because of a dream! And I had a nosebleed dream last night, so
There could be one coming on.
hopefully it's not coming back. Get the tissues.
This is what I love about this podcast, because you just don't know where it's going to go.
Oh, honestly.
It's so fun.
I love getting into weird things though. That's the whole
Yeah.
point. Like get into things you might not think you might get
But
into.
even then, see, look, that for me is really like quite spooky. Imagine that. Dreaming of a nosebleed and then 3 weeks of nosebleeds. Like,
I
really?
think I speak dreams into existence sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you can I think you can make yourself dream about certain things if you think about them a lot, right?
I've tried to do that.
Programming your brain, like,
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
going to try it.
okay. Think
If I
about
win the
Try it.
lottery
We got
next
things.
week,
Make sure
you know
eat,
it's worked.
Make sure you eat cheese before, because apparently cheese makes your dreams crazier.
And I wonder
Top tip.
I wonder what different cheeses, you know, like imagine if it, imagine if it's like, oh, I'm gonna have like a I'm gonna have a blue drink. I'm gonna have Stilton. That's
Oh,
that's when
mate.
you have your sexy
I
dreams.
bet a Wensleydale will go on.
Yeah.
That would go
Mate,
crazy.
Do you know what? I ate some manchego before I went to bed, and all my dreams was in Spanish
Oh.
with
You
subtitles.
guys are
Italian
almost
cheese.
making me want to try this now for a whole week.
No, you
different
should.
cheeses and see what comes out.
We should do. Can we do the Sangita experiments? And then this is going to be Kaelyn's new documentary.
Do you know what? Yeah, maybe. I'd do that for you,
No,
actually.
oh,
I can't
thank
stand
you.
cheese, but
Yeah.
I would do that for you.
Force feeding you cheese.
Yeah, cheese dreams are made of brie. Who is Sangeeta to disagree?
Oh,
He's a poet and he don't know.
it is.
We're going to wrap up because otherwise we can just talk to Kaelyn forever because it's fun.
She's absolutely
and it's just
And we could probably get into about every kind of weird dream we had, but that'll be a bit too far.
Do you know what? It's really funny when we have guests on. Like, some people are really good, and you're just like, just get them every week
Yeah.
and just talk about nonsense. It's so fun.
Yeah,
You're
talking
very
about
good.
nonsense is funny.
But this is why I ended up doing this with Sangeeta anyway, because every time we went to Ignite, we'd just end up at the bar just having such a good chat, and I'd be like, we need to do a podcast.
Chatting about nothing, but chatting about something that's really entertaining at the same time.
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, until I met these guys, I didn't even know what a podcast was. So when these guys were like, do a podcast, I had to quickly go on Google, what's that? Oh, okay, sounds interesting. And I think we spoke about it for a whole year before it actually came
Into
to
life.
yeah, and it's just been an amazing experience.
I bet.
Yeah, look, we're almost at our 1 year anniversary now. On about
Oh, you gonna get a cake?
I don't know, maybe Colin the Caterpillar, but like
Have cheese on top.
yeah, with cheese on top and a little microphone at the front. And half the face is going to be Sangeeta's, half's going to be Adele.
Yeah. Oh,
So where are you?
where are
then?
you? He's in the behind.
Yeah, no, it's like human caterpillar. It's like human Colin the Caterpillar. And like Sangeeta's going to be in the front, then Adele, and I'm at the back.
Jesus.
Please don't
What
let
an
me
image.
dream this tonight. I do not want to dream
Imagine
this
seeing it
tonight.
wiggling up in your
Yeah, the creative podipillar.
That would be awful. I hope I don't dream about that.
I like it.
It's going to be a crazy dream. All right. Sangeeta,
Yes.
I reckon you could go out and do some audio documentaries.
Do you know what? I would
I think you-
definitely.
You have to learn. You got to learn how to edit, Lo. But you
No,
can
just send it to the AI, remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what?
Hey, now the brain is.
Yeah,
thinking.
no, you can do it now. But like Sangeeta, you know, 'cause you're quite big on social justice and things like that. I think like it's really interesting to capture those stories, and you get exposed to so many interesting stories in
I
your
do.
in your career, and the people you're going out and helping as well.
Well, funny you should say that because at NGDA, my young people will be starting a podcast.
Development Agency.
Yeah, sorry, at New Generation Development Agency, my young people will be starting a podcast soon called.
About social justice.
Oh, it's called "What's the Jackanory?"
Oh yeah,
and the
nice.
kind of people we will be interviewing are people that have experienced things around social justice.
And are you looking for like some sort of mentor, young mentor that you might be able to help out?
Listen, I'm already going to try and poach her before we leave
I
today.
would so be down.
Honestly, I think
I've got the skate jam. I've got this, the podcast. Move over, Nick.
Kaelyn has got such big future leader energy, and I think like
She has,
But I think like to feel positivity and energy. You know, anyone that's getting into creative, if you can get people infused about it, it's brilliant. It's such a superpower, and to be able to talk without any sort of people feel like quite creatively fragile sometimes, or like a bit like kind of doing a thing. You're so
doing a thing.
Yeah, but, yeah, they are. I'm just doing a thing. But you're like so bold and confident about what you're
Love
doing,
that
and I
about
think that's infectious. And
Yeah.
keep doing that, and you will end up on BBC Essex.
You know you
I've
will.
got. I'm
You will.
Yeah.
got some stuff. Yeah, hopefully.
You will. Your voice is amazing. Your energy is.
I
Nick
hope
said.
so.
Your
amazing.
regional accent is exactly what they're looking for.
That's what I'm saying. No one wants talking people like posh nowadays. They want someone to talk from like Essex.
No one,
we want real people.
No one
Real
wants
people.
RP. I watched an interview the other day with Claudia Winkleman, and she was talking in RP, like received pronunciation,
Wow, this
in this
is
thing, and
very
talking about
posh.
dating. And it's just so weird. Like,
So
even
boring,
30
God.
years ago, people were having to go on the radio like received pronunciation. RP,
RP.
the Queen's English. Yes. Okay. So Sangeeta, you're going to do some audio documentaries. I'm going to keep doing more stuff because I love it, and I'd love to go out and do some field recordings as well. Capture some crazy sounds, but not for this. Maybe for something else. I don't know what yet. I was going to talk to people about toast, but there you go.
Maybe you should.
What's your favourite setting?
The one that doesn't burn the toast.
Wow, I like it, but I like.
I like it number 4.
No, do you know what? I love edging with my toast. I like that little moment.
That's crazy.
That moment before it burns is the peak. You know, just like just
golden, like
Exactly.
a bit after golden.
no. What's the brownish you can get before it goes black? That's me. Like the edging with the taste. Pop it up, put it back down. Pop it up, put it back down. Keep it going.
And then you get distracted though, and then you've missed
And then you
it.
burn
and
it.
it's
Yeah,
exactly.
I've done that a few times.
That's all right. Scrape
I've done that.
scrape it off. Still
Scrape
good
it to the
underneath.
beam of the night. I don't
Yeah,
know.
still good.
Oh gosh, wow. That was memory lane.
Do you know what? You can follow us on that. You just Google it. Thanks, Adam at Lorca Media. He's been wicked. Thank you very much, Sangeeta. Always a pleasure spending time with you.
Thank you, Nick. Missed you.
Oh, do you know?
See each other last
Can I just
week?
tell you something? On Saturday, I did a gig with pyrotechnics. So good with fire coming out the front of the stage and stuff. And I was going, "Roar!" and that fire was popping, bursting up and stuff. As well, no burnt toast there though.
Oh,
If I thought about
thrown
it,
one.
if I thought about it, I should put some bread on the rider and one of those toasting forks, you know, like for
You
crumpets.
could have cheese on one end and have like a melted cheese sandwich.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Savoury.
Imagine this cheese pool across the whole front of the stage.
That'd be nuts.
That'd
Yeah,
be
across
different.
the front row of the crowd.
Savoury s'more.
Pull the cheese. Yeah, anyway, that was fun. So I should have mentioned that at the start, but
That's all right.
should we go now?
No, let's say
I'm going to go and make some.
goodbyes.
I want to make some toast. I want to go and make some toast now. We're talking
Cheesy
about it.
toast.
That was an amazing
Honestly.
evening, and thank you for an amazing interview.
Thank you.
And
Guys.
how do you wrap up your radio show? What do you say? Have you got like a sign off?
Unfortunately, that's it for your night on Evening Interlude tonight. However, I will be back next week with some more
No, she
amazing
won't.
tunes. I've got this
No
last song
tunes.
coming up.
There's not a song.
But do stay tuned because we've got Austin
you
up next
creative?
with his midweek chill show.
Are you creative?
Oh,
Bosh. See you
she's
later.
amazing.
Smell you later.
Absolutely
And now
amazing.
here's Crazy Frog with Axel F. Thanks.
Wow, wow. That was a good outro.